Unlike other farmers who are slowly giving up on growing oranges for various reasons, Robert Ogaro of Alupe Modern Village in Serere district is determined to finish what he started. Ogaro is a Senior 2 dropout who gave up his taxi driving job to grow oranges after a friend convinced him to invest in a citrus orchard.
Let me tell you, agriculture is a dirty job, yes. But if you calculate my salary, which I eat right now, if you calculate with a graduate, I think I might be earning even more than a graduate. Because in a year, if I get 28 million shillings, then you divide by 12 months. What's that? Maybe when you are somebody who changes figures in the offices, when you will beat me with the salary.
It is evident as you go around the Teso region that farmers are abandoning their orange fields. They say their fruit has been invaded by a strange disease, while others blame the soil infertility that is causing the trees to dry. Ogaro's story is quite different.
Let me tell farmers across Uganda, if you have got 4 acres or 2 acres, mostly in eastern Uganda here, and you cry of poverty, I just compare you with somebody who sits in a box full of money, but is crying of poverty because he does not have keys to open up the money inside the box.
He is the proud owner of more than 10 acres of land filled with orange trees, which he has grown over 10 years. Another problem farmers face is the dry spells. Ogaro has a water source of his own, which he uses to irrigate his fields.
This is my water harvesting technology. As I told you earlier that this house is seated on top of water. Under this house, there is a tank of 125,000 liters of water. And that 125,000 liters of water, we draw it out using the power of this tractor here.
Ogaro wants government to come to the aid of his citrus farming colleagues who are struggling to maintain their crop.
Fruit fly infection needs government intervention. And it needs even the farmers' commitment themselves. Because when the government sits back and watches on the farmers alone, they cannot alone do it.
For others like Mr. Okwaru, the citrus business has become a curse as his trees and fruits have been attacked and caused him massive losses.
It can affect some from here. Then the other thing get healed.
He is not alone. From Bukedea to Kaberamaido districts, there are occurrences of sweet orange scab that is caused by a fungus and gummosis, which causes the trees to produce excess gum. There are also reports that pests like leaf miner, leaf spot and fruit flies have ravaged vast acres of citrus orchards. Okwaru says he has never had a successful harvest from his orange field that measures 3 acres. He opted to chop down the trees and venture into something else. The 40-year-old says government has done nothing to help them fight off the pests and diseases. The farmers claim that the pesticides they were advised to use are instead harming their crop.
Also the same, the fiction is still there.
The construction of a fruit processing factory in Soroti district to add value to the abundant citrus fruits in this region is ongoing. However, farmers are doubtful that the factory will produce much if the attacks on the crops are not addressed.
The government has got a long way to go. If government does not address these challenges of climatic change, in fact, that factory is going to remain a white elephant.
Saying that without the sufficient supply of raw material in terms of fruits, both citrus and otherwise, mangoes, pineapples, oranges, tangerine, if we do not deliberately assist the farmers to develop capacity to supply, then it's likely to be a problem, because then the fruit factory will not have the raw materials that can sustain it on a day-to-day basis.
The factory is scheduled to commence commercial operations in November 2016. Farmers also say that the demand for oranges in Kenya and Tanzania is growing, and this could affect supply to the factory, which will depend on the same crop.
But all the oranges which are produced here in Orupe Modern Village and in Nairobi, they all go in. As you are talking right now, there is a vehicle from Nairobi moving around looking for oranges just in this village round today.
The farmers say they need more sensitization on crucial matters like which pesticides to use and how to deal with soil infertility.